Most men are in prisons. Most men are in aga centers. And most of them die there out of frustration. Alright, good day, my dear friends and fans. These women you are seeing here, they are widows. Over 2,500 widows. They went to Emeka first place and they were giving alms and so on and so forth, bag of rice and so on and so forth. I am looking at them and I was sobbing. I wasn't sobbing because of the food they're giving to them and alms they're giving to them. No! I'm sobbing because 2,500 widows are there collecting alms. It simply means that 2,500 men have died. 2,500 widows, 2,500 men. This comes to a question is, why is it that oftentimes men that die early compared to their wives? According to the statistics, at age 67, men that exist in a particular area reduces by 40%. Reduces to 40%, my dear. At age 85, men that is in a particular area, they reduce to 20%. Men are dying steady. Men are dying steady. If you're a man, this video is for you. This video is for you. This video will help you. There are certain things you need to avoid. If you come to my village, almost every family has a widow in it. Every family. Even my mom is a widow. The question is, why? If you're a man, this video is for you. It will help you to avoid certain things so that you can live long a bit. Let us look at it. What are the causes? I'm going to give you 10 reasons and how to avoid this. 1. Men take bigger risk. Some of the reasons seems to be biological destiny. The frontal lobe of the brain, the part that controls judgment and consideration of actions consequences, developed more slowly in boys and young men than in their female counterpart. This likely contributes to the fact that far more boys and men die in accidents or die to violence than girls. Number 2. Men have more dangerous jobs. Men far outnumber of women in some of the riskiest occupations, including military combat and firefighting. Number 3. Men die of heart diseases more often at a younger age. In fact, men are 50% more likely than women to die of heart diseases. The fact that men have lower estrogen levels than women may be part of this reason, but medical risk, such as poorly treated high blood pressure or unfavorable cholesterol level, may contribute as well. Number 4. Men are larger in size than women. Across many species, larger animals tend to die younger than smaller ones. Although the magnitude of this effect is uncertain in humans, it tends to work against male longevity. Number 5. Men commit more suicide than women. This is true despite the fact that depression is considered more common among women and women make more suicide attempts. Some attribute this to the tendency for men to avoid seeking care for depression and the cultural norms that day men from seeking help for mental illness. 6. Men are less socially connected. For reasons that aren't entirely clear, people with fewer and weaker social connections, including men, tend to have higher death rates. 7. Men tend to avoid doctors. According to Agency of Healthcare Research and Quality, men are far less likely to skip routine health screens and far less likely than women. So that is why it affects men the more. Number 8. Most men are in prisons. Most men are in aga centers, and most of them die there out of frustration, unlike women. 9. The dichotomy of the Y and X chromosomes. The Y chromosome tend to develop mutations more often than the X chromosomes, and the lack of a second X chromosome in men makes the X-linked abnormalities among boys and are not masked by a second normal vision. Survival in the womb is also less reliable for male fetuses for uncertain and probably multiple reasons. Developmental disorders are also more common among boys. Some of these could shorten life expectancy. 10. Diseases such as HIV/AIDS, gonorrhea, and other chronic diseases tend to affect men the more. A man may contract gonorrhea and may affect him in just 1 week and probably kill him in the next week. But the woman can carry these diseases in the body for a longer time before it starts affecting her. The question now is, what can we do to help men live longer? Where there is not much that can be done about some of these factors, others are modifiable. For example, since men tend to avoid medical care far more often than women, getting men to report symptoms including depression, and go for regular follow-up for chronic medical problems such as high blood pressure could counter some of the tendency of them to die younger. It's also worth noting that the survival gap between men and women reflects an average tendency among large number of people. In fact, plenty of wives predecease their husbands. Individual risk factors such as smoking, diabetes, or a strong family history of breast cancer and other things can outweigh the general tendency for women to live longer as well. Finally, every man is supposed to be taking fruit, especially banana, because banana is enriched with potassium, and this potassium can help to bring down high blood pressure, because high blood pressure is a factor that remains cognizant in men due to high testosterone.